billionaires with garages worth more than private islands. Yet some are flat out refusing to buy electric hypercars. Ken Griffin? Over 100 supercars, not a single EV. Manny Koshman? $30 million in cars, zero electric. The luxury car world is charging into an electric future. Analysts say battery EVs will dominate by 2031. But the people with the deepest pockets are quietly saying, no thanks. Why are the ultra-rich turning their backs on the most advanced, expensive electric cars ever built? This isn't just a personal choice. Billionaire collectors can make or break brands with a single purchase. When they push back, the entire industry feels it. Today, we're cracking open the vault to reveal the real reasons behind this resistance. From the emotional thrill of combustion engines, to status symbol drama, to the hidden cultural and political motives, plus exclusive stories from inside billionaire garages and market data that might just blow your mind. So what's really fueling this resistance? Let's start with the mindset behind these billion-dollar car collections. Because when you have unlimited money, buying a car isn't about getting from A to B. It's about identity, heritage, and belonging to an exclusive club most people can only dream of. Take Ken Griffin, worth over $30 billion. His garage is basically the Louvre for supercars. Multiple Ferraris, Lambos, McLarens, Bugattis. But here's the twist. Not a single electric hypercar. This is a guy who'll drop $68 million on a penthouse, but won't even consider a Rimac Nevera or Lotus Evija. Why? For him, it's about more than just horsepower on paper. Collectors like Griffin are chasing something visceral. The shriek of a Ferrari 812 Superfast's V12 at 9,000 RPM. The symphony of gears in a Lamborghini Aventador. The raw, unpredictable violence of a Bugatti Chiron's quad-turbo W16. These aren't just sounds, they're emotional triggers. They connect collectors to decades of automotive heritage, to memories of Le Mans legends and Formula One glory. Manny Koshman, real estate mogul and supercar obsessive, calls his collection rolling art. $30 million in metal and carbon fiber, but every car is a piece of history. His Bugatti Chiron Hermes, the McLaren Speedtail, the Koenigsegg Jesko. Each one tells a story that goes back generations. Electric hypercars? Sure, they're fast. But to Manny, they don't have that bloodline. Brand loyalty in this world is almost tribal. Ferrari doesn't just sell you a car, they invite you into a family. A collector ecosystem where tradition and exclusivity matter more than 0 to 60 times or lap records. Decades of relationships with Ferrari, Lamborghini, Bugatti aren't easy to walk away from. Buying a Rimac or a Chinese hypercar. For many, it feels like betraying a legacy. It's not that the tech isn't impressive, it's about breaking bonds that took generations to build. And then, there's the authenticity debate. Is a hypercar really a hypercar if it's silent? If it doesn't demand skill, no clutch to master, no engine personality to tame? For many billionaires, the answer's a hard no. They want cars that require respect, that fight back a little, not just something you point and shoot. Now this is where the debate really heats up. You'd think, for billionaire collectors, it's all about the numbers. 0 to 60 times, horsepower, lap records. The Rimac Nevera? 1.74 seconds to 60. That's not just hypercar fast, that's physics bending. But here's the twist. For the ultra-wealthy, speed isn't the full story. The real obsession? The driving experience itself. Manny Koshman summed it up perfectly. Electric cars are too perfect, too predictable. Drop $2 million on a LaFerrari and you get a V12 that sounds like it's tearing reality apart. Or a Koenigsegg Jesko, it's V8 shaking the ground beneath you. Electric motors? They hum. That's it. No drama, no crescendo, just relentless, efficient speed. For many collectors, that's missing the magic. These same collectors are obsessed with hybrid hypercars. The McLaren P1, Ferrari LaFerrari, Porsche 918. Everyone a legend, and everyone still roaring with combustion. The electric motor is the sidekick, not the star. The LaFerrari's V12 still sings, just with an electric boost to make it even wilder. It's not about rejecting tech, it's about keeping the soul front and center. Here's what most people miss. Billionaire collectors actually want a car that fights back. They crave the challenge. A Bugatti Chiron at full tilt. That's skill, fear, and respect in one package. The Rimac, with its AI systems and perfect traction, is almost too easy. For those who see driving as an art, that much assistance feels like cheating. But not everyone agrees. Younger billionaires, think tech founders, crypto kings, they're all in on electric. The Lucid Air Sapphire's 1,200 horsepower? They see that as the future. Instant torque, perfect balance, no mechanical drama. For them, the old-school V12 engines are noisy, inefficient relics. The definition of special is changing, and fast. End of the day, these collectors aren't just buying cars, they're buying experiences. Right now, the experience of a combustion hypercar feels more exclusive, more visceral, more human. Will that change as EV tech evolves? Or will gas-powered beasts become the ultimate status symbol as they fade away? That's the real multi-million-dollar question. Now, here's where the story takes a wild turn. While the world's billionaires are holding tight to their V12s and W16s, the luxury electric car market is absolutely on fire. There's a massive disconnect between what's happening on the showroom floor and what's parked in those secret billionaire garages. Let's talk numbers. Last year, luxury electric vehicle sales surged by 47%. Rimac, Lucid, and even upstarts like BYD's Yangwang are smashing order records. The Rimac Nevera, the one we featured that nuked 24 world records, has a 2-year waitlist and a $2.4 million sticker. On paper, this is billionaire bait. So why aren't the world's richest biting? Look closer, and you'll see the contradiction. Jay Leno? Sure, he's got a few EVs, but his heart is with his vintage Ferraris and steam cars. Ralph Lauren? His collection is a shrine to classics. Even Larry Ellison, who could buy every Tesla off the lot, still pulls up in combustion-powered supercars. These aren't just personal quirks. They're signals to the entire luxury market. Here's the plot twist. Many of these same billionaires are pouring cash into EV startups and tech, yet refuse to drive them. Elon Musk changed the world with Tesla, but his personal collection? Still packed with McLarens and classic Porsches. It's as if they're saying, this is the future, for everyone else. Let's get real about money. For these collectors, it's not about price, it's about lasting value. A Ferrari 250 GTO just sold for $48 million. A McLaren F1? $20 million. But a 5-year-old Tesla Roadster? Maybe half its original price if you're lucky. For legacy-minded collectors, EVs just aren't proven investments. Yet. The divide isn't just about tech, it's generational and cultural. Younger, crypto-rich buyers are all in on electric hypercars. But old-money billionaires? They're sticking with what they know. For them, a roaring engine is a family tradition, not just a thrill ride. Geography plays its part too. European billionaires are slowly warming up to EVs, think stricter emissions laws and social pressure. But in the US, especially in oil-rich states like Texas, it's almost a badge of honor to double down on V8s and V12s. For some, it's as much about politics as it is about passion. But here's the real cliffhanger. What happens when the next generation takes over? Will they keep the old-school combustion fire burning or go full throttle on electrics? Let's get brutally honest. While the market shouts, electric is the future, the billionaire collector's world plays by its own rules. Rimac's snagging $500 million in funding. Lucid's valued in the billions. And every legacy brand is racing to drop their next EV supercar. But step into the garages of the ultra-rich, and you'll find rows of Ferraris, Lamborghinis, and Bugattis. Not a Tesla Roadster in sight. Why? Because at this level, it's not about keeping up with trends. It's about owning what nobody else can. Here's where things get spicy. New money versus old money. Tech titans and crypto billionaires. Think Elon, Bezos, the NFT crowd, are all in on electric. For them, driving a Lucid Air Sapphire or Rimac Nevera is a flex about the future they're creating. But the old guard? They're clinging to their Ferraris, Porsches, and rare Lamborghinis. It's not just about horsepower or tech, it's about projecting identity. Owning a Ferrari isn't just about the car, it's about joining an ultra-exclusive club. Rimac and the new electric brands? They're still building that aura. For collectors like Manny Koshman, these cars are rolling investments. His McLaren Speedtail? Already appreciated. His Bugatti Chiron Hermes? Practically priceless. But the electric hypercar market is untested. Will a Rimac Nevera be a $5 million collectible in 2040? Or just outdated tech? For billionaires thinking in generations, that uncertainty is a deal breaker. Let's talk status. On the lawns of Pebble Beach or the streets of Monaco, what draws a crowd? The thunder of a Koenigsegg Jesko, the drama of a LaFerrari. The Rimac Nevera might be faster, but it's silent, almost invisible in the world of social signaling. For now, combustion still rules the red carpet. In the world of billionaire collectors, every car is a statement. Choosing between a thunderous V12 and a whisper-quiet electric isn't just about speed or tech. It's about signaling who you are. Middle Eastern billionaires are a prime example. Their fortunes are built on oil, yet they're investing billions in EV startups from Silicon Valley to Shanghai. But peek inside their garages, and it's still Bugatti Chirons, McLaren Sennas, and a symphony of combustion. It's business strategy versus personal passion. And for now, passion is winning out. This divide is global. In Europe, stricter emissions laws and social expectations are nudging the elite towards EVs. Think Rimac Nevera or Lotus Evija. But in the US, especially in places like Texas, a V8 is more than an engine. It's a symbol of freedom and tradition. For many, electric feels like a concession, not a celebration. The generational split. Under 40 tech moguls and crypto billionaires? They're all about electric hypercars. Rimac Nevera's 1,914 horsepower is their flex. But old money families? They see EVs as soulless, prioritizing the artistry of a hand-built V12 over pure acceleration. It's tradition versus disruption, and the garage is the battleground. Chinese luxury EVs like the BYD Yangwang U9 are shaking things up even more. Some Western collectors won't touch them for political reasons, while others are quietly snapping them up, betting on the future. It's a new layer of automotive nationalism, with private collections reflecting global tensions. At the end of the day, it's about legacy. Some collectors want to be remembered as the last generation to truly enjoy combustion masterpieces, guardians of automotive history. Others want to be pioneers, remembered for embracing the next wave. The choices they make now will shape not just their collections, but the story of luxury itself. After this wild ride through billionaire garages, one thing's crystal clear. We're living through the most epic clash in automotive history. The world's richest are split, some clutching the last V12s like holy relics, others quietly betting big on electric legends. Fortune favors the bold. The collectors clinging to classics, they're preserving art. But those who go electric now might just be writing the next chapter of automotive history and cashing in big when the world finally catches up. This is where you come in. If you're team old school, hit that like button and drop a fire emoji. If you're all in on electric, hit subscribe and drop a lightning bolt in the comments. Hit subscribe, ring the bell, and become part of the Luxury Vibes family. Until next time, keep chasing those luxury vibes. And remember, in this world, the only limit is your imagination.